It's time now for our interview segment with Inside NAU's Mitch Stroman.
Thanks very much, Teresa. We're talking with Dr. Liz Grobsmith, who is Vice President of Academic Affairs at Northern Arizona University since 2002 and NAU Provost as well. Liz, thanks for joining us.
Happy to be here.
Growth. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Growth at Northern Arizona University. Growth has been something that has been a dynamic for NAU the last several years. Record growth, in fact, here at the Mountain Campus. Growth is an issue that NAU is going to have to cope with and deal with in the coming years. Talk for a minute about how you see, envision growth at the Mountain Campus over the next 10 years.
Sure. Well, first of all, it's important to recognize that one of the reasons for the unprecedented growth that we have is because we have this great product that a lot of people want to participate in and partake of. I think the growth is a real sign of the regard that NAU has earned and received, and we're thrilled that more and more students want to come here. And I think we are doing a really great job of serving them. Our faculty are deeply committed to students. They care so much about the students' experience, and we're ready to have more students here. It will take some adjustment and some tweaking, but we can accommodate more on the Flagstaff campus, and that's our plan.
Liz, the Arizona Board of Regents has put out a mandate, if you will, for NAU in terms of growth. And there's an expectation now from the state of Arizona through ABOR to see this campus grow and grow pretty significantly in the short term. Talk a little bit about how that mandate from the Board of Regents is impacting what you guys are doing here at the Mountain Campus.
Sure. We are seeing a significant effect in that we have slightly larger classes, and we're going to have larger classes. We don't think that they're going to be so large as to compromise the quality of what we do. But we're expecting to be able to accommodate 20,000 students on the Flagstaff campus, and now we're over 17,000, close to 18,000. So it's not a huge amount more. We have capacity in some areas more easily than others. But of course, all of our students who come here need to have the basics. So they all have to take their liberal studies requirements and their general education. And we want them to be well-versed in science, art, literature, and the humanities. So that does put a pressure on some of those core areas. But in other areas, there is definitely room for growth, and we think that we can expand in some of those areas.
And that's a great point when you say room for growth. When you think about Northern Arizona University and its growth, especially over the last 5 years or so, there is still room for a lot of growth here at NAU, isn't there?
There's room in a lot of areas, but I wouldn't say it's equal in all areas. There are pressures that we definitely feel. We have classes that are getting, pretty large for the site or the facility that they're in, and we're also needing to hire more and more faculty. So every year we've been hiring additional faculty to accommodate the student growth. And you have to keep in mind that that growth is being accommodated, but also these are times of shrinking budgets. So we're losing state dollars, and then the challenge is, how do you continue to grow and provide really good service to students without compromising the quality of what you're offering? So it is a challenge.
That is an interesting point you brought up about the challenges and the rub there. You have declining dollars from the state of Arizona, and that's something that we're seeing very tangibly at Northern Arizona University. But at the same time, the legislature's expectation is that more Arizona students are graduating from the Mountain Campus with baccalaureate degrees. You would think, just by the nature of those two issues, that they're not compatible. Yet, here at NAU, they truly are, aren't they?
They are compatible, and I think, when you talk about the Board of Regents and their goals, we have a number of different masters, shall we say. The federal government, the Obama administration, is saying it's critical to grow the number of baccalaureates and to prepare students for jobs and to help build a strong economy and to keep innovation alive in the United States and to keep our edge as the leading higher education system in the world. And we also have that demand from the legislature. We have that demand from the Board of Regents. And so we are under multiple pressures, I think, from multiple areas, multiple dimensions at growing the number of baccalaureates. And we are doing that. We're trying really to make a lot of changes in having to think more about credit by exam and how students can use some life experience or internships if they've been a practicing professional for 10 years. What credit can they get for the experience that they have had? So that's the challenge, is how to move students through the baccalaureate more readily, produce more graduates, and I think that's what really we've been focusing on for the last few years.
Dr. Liz Grobsmith, NAU Provost, thank you so much for joining us on Inside NAU.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.